Hey, what's up, guys? Footy Manager TV here. This is episode 5 of my Arsenal Let's Play, and got some more results here. As you see, we're into February, so there's some things with transfers I want to show you. One really big name coming in, but first off, actually I'll go with those because I've got some results with some of those players scored. No really future transfers coming in right now. History right here, as you can see, some big name transfers. Maguire, Wallace, bring them in already. But like I said, we needed another left back. But the interesting thing, we got Wallace and David E. Santon. They can play on both sides. Both can play left fullback and right fullback, which is very good. Santon, natural on the left side, and Wallace, natural on the right side. Obviously, Wallace is a bit younger, but he's got a 5-star report, so that's really good. A lot of my coaches, a lot of my players now, they have 5-star report. I'm not sure why. They were 4.5, a lot of them, but they moved it up to 5-star. Maybe it's just because my squad is performing well. First in the league, as you'll see. Also, I got this free regen, Nathaniel Mass, I think it is. Look at this, a 5-star report as well. I got him for free, and really, he has good potential. 5-star report with him as well. Potential ability to become a leading Premier Division striker. So really, his potential is really scary. He's got 11 finishing already, 12 dribbling, but he's got really good heading attributes, good in the air, very good fitness, very good teamwork as well. He's pretty pacey, or not pacey, he's got good acceleration, and that's going to keep increasing, pretty strong, and can play out wide as well, which is good for our formation. So he was a very good signing, especially to get for free. He can be really really best striker for us in the future. But for now, the main striker we got now, 60 million, Falcao. In my opinion, the best striker in the game, just because he's good in the air as well, or at least the best striker that would want to come to our team. Because if you go to the top team, obviously we sold Van Persie, and with that bought Giroud. I don't think Giroud is like as good as Van Persie quality, and I wanted to really bring in a superstar that we can dominate in the league and Champions League. But obviously for this season's Champions League, Falcao is ineligible. Obviously would have been in with Atletico Madrid already in a European competition, so he couldn't be in. And so for the following seasons, he's going to be one that's going to score a lot. But Giroud has to be the man so far, and he has been scoring well. But really, Falcao, he's a superstar. Like I said, in my opinion, one of the better strikers in the game, if not the best, with the 19 finishing and 20 with 20 heading. Really, most chances from a header he finishes, and he's a bit more pacier than Giroud. And the thing about him, he's not really a tall striker. He's a bit smaller, but he hasn't got too much pace as you thought a small striker would. But his pace is 13, 16 agility, but not enough really to make him like run past defenders. That's not really what he does. He just gets in the right position to finish. Off the ball, 17. That's very important. Composure as well. And he's got some good preferred moves, as you can see. Places shots, curves the ball, and tries first time shot. So they work together well, because you can try a first time shot and as a place shot and curl it. If you do that with a shot, very hard to beat, especially with his 19 finishing. That's pretty much it on the transfers. As you know, we basically spent 200 million, and that's probably a lot. And I'll go check out like here. We've lost overall for the current season in our money. And also, we're signing Falcao. It gave me like a email that, or like these messages you get, that it's increased with the shirt sales are going to be increased. So we're going to get extra money from that. And also, they offered me a new contract due to my good performances. I'm not sure if it's around here or not. But yeah, as you can see here, I signed a new deal, a 4-year contract extension to June 2017. Just fantastic performances, as you can see. Really, in the league, we're first right now. We have a game in hand to Man City and Man United, and we're in front of them already. So we basically just got to keep getting good results, and the way we're going, we're going to win the league. Some surprising results here. Norwich still near the top. Very interesting to see that. And really, there's no other surprises, really. Sunderland in the relegation zone, maybe. Everton are pretty low. But yeah, that's pretty much it with the transfers. And like I said, with Falcao, he was available to get transfer list, but Man City and Manchester United were interested in him, and that's the main reason I tried to get him. Same with David E. Santon. Man City was interested in him as well. And if I thought Man City got Santon, but more so Falcao, they would be unstoppable, and I could tell against me they would score all the time. So that's one. Even though One reason being I want to get him because he's a good striker, but also to prevent Man City getting him because they would just become dominant with him, and they already have Tevez, Aguero, Balotelli. It would just be dangerous if they had Falcao, and he did want to leave from Atletico. It's not like I just approached him trying to spend all this money. He was available for transfer, and like I said, I know I've spent a lot, but the next couple seasons, I'm basically going to spend nothing. Maybe if I can just... If anything, I'm just going to buy cheap young players, like regens that I can find for maybe under 5 million, but nothing, I'm not going to spend heaps, because really I have spent a lot, and really now there's no position I really need to improve. Probably, if anything, maybe one young, maybe a young or maybe even 2 young centre-backs. Centre-backs for the future is all I really need to find now, and then my team's going to be set, and then I just got to... then the rest of the players I'll get through my youth academy, and because I really like to build my own youth players and build them into the team. But anyway, on the results, we keep performing well. We played Manchester United once again, but eventually we lost against them. As you can see, we won against them that time, which was the 3rd time in the season so far we won against them. But as you see, Premier League here, we lost 3-1. Away is always very hard, but we did beat them 3 times this season, which if I would take 3 wins and 1 loss any day against them, obviously in the Cup as well, Capital One Cup, and we're actually in the final, as you can see here, against Everton. You think we can win that because... as you see, we got 1-1 draw against them there, but they're not doing too good in the league, so I think we could get the win there, and very good if we can we'll have one cup for sure right there. So anyway, as you know, the West Ham, where I did live in my last episode, next match, Manchester United, I definitely want to show that. This was obviously before we got Falcao. I got him later in January. Yeah, I'll show you the goals in this match. There was 5 goals, so it was a very entertaining match. Giroud scored twice, so it's really hard for me to go with like the number 1 striker now. Giroud, I'll probably play Giroud against teams that really have like not as really, if they're really small in centre backs. So we can exploit them in that area. But anyway, they got early goal here from Van Persie from the corner, and Olsen, a new signing for them from Blackburn. I don't think he's good enough for them. In the first game we played against them, he was playing as a left back, but now he played as a left attacking mid. As you can see there, Giroud, he's really good in the air, and he's going to score a lot of goals like that throughout the seasons. I do intend to try and keep him. Because really, Podolski is he's 28, going to turn into 29 next season, starting to get a bit older, and he's one I may try and sell after a couple of seasons, but he's doing well right now. As you can see, Wilshere creates it for Giroud, and he scores again. He's good in the air, he's good on the ground, fantastic striker. And really, who's ever in between him and Falcao, they're really good finishers. 17 finishing for Giroud, and Falcao 19, even Podolski. So we've got really good finishers in our team. And this is the first, I've said it in the first episode, in the first season when I'm Arsenal, I normally just come 3rd or 4th. But this season's different. I don't know if my tactic is just better. Olsen, that was okay defending there. Lucky to not score, but they got the ball back cleverly on the ball. Droscape, Van Persie. You gotta hate when Van Persie does well against you, especially because he was our player, but then Manchester United stole him for us. But now we got Falcao. He can really become a dominant Premier League striker. At least I hope so. Walcott, he's been dominant this year, assisting and scoring. Diaby, in the last couple months, he's been dominating. If you've seen some goals, he's been very good. And that was pretty much it. That was the winning goal. Let's just see what minute was that scored in. That was in like basically the last minute of play. We've got a few wins like that. Diaby, he's been really impressive, like I've said. If I show him the attributes here, he's increasing basically almost in every single attribute. So yeah, he's someone I really like because of his physical attributes. He's strong, fast, very good stamina, balance as well. First touch, technique, very good, flair. He's got heaps. My coach gives him only a 3-star report. I might say 3.5 at least. He hasn't scored too much, but he's just starting to perform really well, doing good in training, and obviously that's showing in the matches. Let's just see some other results right now. Let's go back. I do want to talk about like my other signing, David E. Santon. I'm really impressed with him, especially I've said this a few times. I think I'm not quite too sure, or at least when I'm not sure which video I said it. But with fullbacks, they don't seem to have amazing attributes, like not really high tackling. In my opinion, for fullbacks, some other mental attributes are important, like anticipation and that kind of thing, which David E. Santon actually has. like he's 22 and mental attributes grow more as you get older. I would imagine like all these 14 and 15s could turn into like 16, 17s, 18s, and he could become really a super player. And crossing and dribbling, if they turned into like 16s, technique, maybe 16 as well, he could become a great attacking defender for us. Or attacking fullback, and still good defensively as well. As you can see, he's pacey and strong as well. Very good tackling. I'm actually focus a specific attribute on tackling because I want that to really grow. Maybe I can get it to 16, 17, even more. Who knows how much, and then he could just become a great tackler as well. But that's enough on the players right there. As you can see, we're dominating in the league. Very happy with that. Like I said before, signed a new deal, 4-year contract extension. Very excited about that. Where are we now? West Ham, obviously, in the last episode. Burnley, Video, he scored twice. Very excited about his potential. He's got a 5-star report as well. I signed him for around 30 million, along with Sarabia, the 2 Spanish players. In the future, Video on the right side and Sarabia on the left. That's going to be pretty much unstoppable in the future. Look at his attributes already, only for 18 years of age. That's just a really fantastic. Here, we weren't scoring too much. We're scoring 2 goals against really teams that are supposed to win. Here, against West Brom, Arteta scored, but Wilshere got a red card. He's also improving well. Everton didn't do that great. Vermaelen got injured and scored an own goal. Giroud scored once again. Also, I may start to play a lot and I may show less highlights because I know the videos go long. I may want to make them a bit shorter and explain more different things like with transfers and all that kind of thing. And my next episode, I'm going to play basically up to when I get the new youth players to the team, the regen, so I can show you them what I get straight away, basically. Southampton, we expected to really dominate against them. Rosicky and Drew. Rosicky, he's one I want to talk about. Last video, I think I said I might transfer list him and try and sell him. But thinking about it, he's got a contract for next season as well. So I think, obviously, you can see coach report only 2.5 stars. I'm just basically, I'm not teaching him to play any new positions as he is getting older. Don't want to give him a too heavy workload. Just giving him that role of the deep-lying playmaker in training. Just let him practice with that, and I'll play him in that as I think he'll be good. He's probably not fast and not physical enough anymore to be on the wings, and we don't play attacking midfielder, so he'll suit in that really deep-lying playmaker role, and he's done well. As you can see in the league, he's got 7.7 rating, or 7.07 rating in 3 matches, scored once, and yeah, he's got key attributes. If I don't go into attributes where I see if he's declined or not, 17 dribbling, 17 first touch, 16 passing, 17 technique, he's creative, off the ball, very good teamwork. He's still a really good player if you look at those attributes, and if you disregard the physical attributes, he's still a really world-class player, or not world-class, he's a really solid player for a Premier League team. So that was just my thoughts on Rosicky. Burnley, we lost 2-1 away, but we bet them obviously 2-1 at home, so we just won that there. Podolski scoring, I think that was in extra time. And Liverpool, we didn't score there, unfortunate for that in the FA Cup 4th round, but within it came again and 4-0 with Oliver Giroud. Actually, I want to show you that performance. This is actually when we got Falcao, but obviously Falcao, he can't play in the cup matches for whatever. I knew he couldn't play in the Champions League matches, but I didn't realize he couldn't play in the FA Cups and Carling Cup, that stuff. But as you see here, I'll show you the goals. Giroud was dominant, and obviously he wanted to show his worth to the team when we signed a world-class striker. He probably thought he might be on the outer, but I didn't want to keep him because I knew we couldn't use Falcao in all the matches in the Cups. But here, Arteta, Diaby, like I said, he's been fantastic. Sarabia, he's starting to perform well. We get the ball back here, Mertesacker. I'm really happy keeping high possession, and Liverpool at home, we couldn't even score against them in our home grounds, and playing away we scored 4, so that was a bit of a surprising result. And maybe the signing of Falcao, like I said, made Giroud play better. Look at that finishing, he's a clinical finisher. And if we move on to the next part here, the second goal in the 13th minute here, Oxlade-Chamberlain, like I said, one of my favourite players, sets it up for Giroud, another goal. He's been fantastic. Really, Oxlade-Chamberlain, he's going to keep scoring for us and getting assists. He's only 19. Actually, because he's peaked early, his potential isn't too high, so he won't increase as much as you think. Because, yeah, like I said, his potential is really He's almost reached his, because I know his potential ability and current ability, and it's almost pretty close. Again, Walcott, the pace, Sarabia, like I said, he's starting to perform well with the team, which is very good. At the start of the season, he didn't really set it on fire, but he has come into like this last month or so. He's been very good. Giroud again, he's going to score. Look how fantastic he is. So it's really hard for me, like I mentioned, to either start Falcao or Giroud. But Falcao actually scored on his debut. I want to show you that as well. I think it was against Newcastle, was it? Or Manchester United. Yeah, it was in the Manchester United loss. He scored on his debut. And then we went to play on Liverpool, where I put Giroud in because obviously Falcao couldn't play. And then Newcastle, latest match, we didn't really dominate, but we were good in defense. As you can see, defenders getting high ratings. If you look through all our matches here, our defenders get really good ratings, as you can see. Especially Mertesacker. Like I said, I've been saying he's the best defender in the game. I don't know. People may not agree with me, but look, he has like 20. Look, so you don't see that much players have 20 and 19 that many like that high. His jumping is 20, and he's already 198 centimeters, as you can see, with dominating. But my favorite defender has to be Koscielny. That's all the results and goals I show. But like I said, Koscielny, my favorite defender, just the way he goes about it, the great ratings he's got. He's been like my most consistent really performer. Mertesacker, some games he hasn't been great. But now Koscielny, he can play accomplished as a right back, and he's pretty good as a right back. Anticipation, very important as a fullback. So yeah, that's very important. Like I said, I want to try and make these videos like not as long as I have, maybe below 15 minutes if I like. Not sure how this is going, but yeah, leave your thoughts on the results and that kind of thing, how my squad is looking. And I know some people might say I spent a bit too much money, but like I said, I'm not really going to spend in the next seasons. In the first season, I always just like to really get my squad for the next couple seasons, and then just try and buy cheap young players. And also that's what I want to show, how I buy these cheap young players, and then obviously they're all not going to come into the team, and then sell them on for profit. But obviously Arsenal's already a rich team, so I may just focus on good signings. But I do like the youth players. But yeah, like I said, that's pretty much it for now. Hope you enjoyed this episode. Leave a like, subscribe if you haven't yet, and I'll see you guys next time.